Hi everyone. So welcome to Awakening Minds book club, and this welcome to a brand new session. So this is October, and we are starting with we have today till now three speakers have joined. So we'll be having different topics, and there will be 5 minutes of talk on each topic. There can be a little longer duration for the talks, like the topics that actually we have discussed, maybe conflict management and. Yes, you'll have 2 minutes for the discussion, and you can ask questions. You can add some points, and this forum is open for all of you. So welcome to Awakening Minds new session. Our first speaker is Rakesh. So welcome, Rakesh.
Good evening, all. I'm Rakesh Shetty, an aero career coach. Basically, I'm an aeronautical engineer with more than 10 years of work experience. Today, I'm here to talk about the book called Holistic Parenting. And the writers are Ajit Telang, Krupa Choksi, and Ashwini Telang. And today's interesting topic from the book is parent and child relationship. Actually, our parents were not required to have a parenting course or parenting books, but as you know that as we grown in our villages or our time, that time there was a whole big family, and now we are growing in the our children are growing in the nuclear family, means mother, father, and the child. That's it, maybe. So I think the parenting course or the holistic parenting is required. So I was reading this book, and it may help us all. The topic start with the interesting story. A man was an avid gardener. He saw a small butterfly flying, laying a few eggs in one of the pots in his garden. Since that day, he looked at the egg with ever growing curiosity and eagerness. The egg started to move and shake a little. He saw excited to see a new life coming up right in front of his eyes. He spent hours watching the egg. The egg started to expand and develop cracks. A tiny head and antennae started to come out ever slowly. The man's excitement knew no bounds. He got his magnifying glasses and sat to watch the life of body of pupa coming out. He saw the struggle of the tender pupa and couldn't resist to help. He went to got tender forced to help to come out. But lo, the pupa was out and the man was ecstatic. He waited now each day pupa but to grow, and he found that the pupa's head was bigger and the pupa couldn't try out to fly or become a successful butterfly, and within a 4 weeks the pupa or that insect, you can say, died. He was depressed and he met his botanist friend that what was happened wrong. His friend told that the struggle itself to break out the egg helps the larvae to send blood to his wing, and the head push helps the head to remain small so that the tender wings can support it through its 4 weeks of struggle. Okay, so it was his eagerness to help, but the man destroyed one of the life. As parents, we sometimes go too far trying to help and protect our kids from life's harsh realities and disappointments. We should encourage our children to struggle as we struggle in our time. Harvard psychologist Dr. Dan Kindlon says that overprotected children are likely to struggle in relationship and with challenges. We have to learn to say no to our children. Sometimes we are over nurturing and we are giving everything to them, whatever they want, but it should not be like that. Biggest obstacles in relationship are possessiveness and expectations. Generally, this starts after children's age of 2. Before that, we will be not possessive, will not have expectations from children, but it starts after age of 2, but it's not good actually. Khalil Gibran says your children are having their own thoughts. For example, Mahatma Gandhi couldn't make his child as another Mahatma, right? So, accept that your parents are just making your bodies available for the creation to be manifested. The real creature is up already there. Praise and encourage your children's positive qualities. Most of us do not really know what our children are good at. We know what they are not good at, and that is the problem. As a child, we just want a child to be what we want to be from him or her, but not what she is good at. That is another problem. Parents should not set the goals for the child actually. Never compare your child with some other child. Nobody is useless, but useful in this world in a different way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. And
Rakesh,
this
absolutely.
this was
Hmm.
actually insightful. And anybody wants to add anything? Because I'm also a parent, so I know that how it happens. So in the modern age, we are like what you said. We try to protect them for everything, and once they get exposed, they don't know the real time things. What is that actually? And also the thing is, every child is unique, and you need to recognize what they are good at instead of asking them to do things that others are doing. That's good thing. Anybody wants to add anything? So please.
Mm, I can tell Saurabh, I have also 4-year-old kid, and we are also going through some challenges. He has some speech delay. My kid is there. Okay, but I know what are his strengths. So what are his strengths? I generally don't see in 4 years old kid. Well, that is really surprising for me. But something is lacking that we have to improve on. That is okay. But something is really what he can do in 4 years, even 7 years kid can't do. Whatever we are observing. So that is my experience because I'm going through that particular what you say phase. So somebody, I think, Akhilesh, you want to add something? Then you can add.
Yeah, I think he's a champion. He can
Y-
do. So that's what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
keep
not
supporting. Yeah.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
doing that same thing. Correct.
Great.
Yeah,
So
Akhilesh.
we have Vinayak also joined, and yes, we have 6 people now. Nice. Welcome.
so.
I think at least want to conclude something, Saubhagya.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, not only just that we are possessive or we tend to say no. We are just always saying yes for our kids and offering what they want. Apart from this, there is a big challenge. What I can see in my kids or in other kids, we are not giving time to them. It's not their fault. What 5 years or 4 years kid know? They don't know anything. We are just not giving enough time to them. That's what they are intent to, where they can feel good. And nowadays the electronic items like the mobile TV, the other accessories, we are not giving time. Go down or in the play area, they are not playing with the soul. They are not playing with on the ground. So we need to give the time. Basically it's our fault if kids is not growing properly. That means we are not giving proper time to our kids. So I think it's our learnings that we need to give the time, and we need to spend some time. As a friend we need to act and understand. We should not fear them. Like if he is not writing, so we should not go and just scold or beat or something like that. We should understand why he is not doing that. We should try to, because even 3-4 years also kids can tell you this is my fear, this is something like that. So this is the things which I can conclude on that. Thank you.
Great. Great. That's real learning actually for us. So give time, parents. Give time to your kids, and keep doing all other things. Don't say we are busy and also always what they want to tell you something. Listen to them, talk to them, play with them. That's actually makes them happy. That's a good point, Vinayak. Thank you. Okay, so it's moving ahead, and I will be talking about altitudes and attitudes. So I am Saubhagya here. So I am a life coach and meditation instructor, and I'll be talking about the leadership and leaders and followers. So how actually we see the leaders and how the followers actually need to be driven by the leaders. So this is like the leader, the book is like last time I had spoken about what are the kinds of leaders and how they drive their followers or supporters. So the thing is that has come out is living for a cause. When you actually give them a cause, they will start working on it or acting on it. So that's the reason you need to make them significance. And the significance is more or less is like a purpose driven. When you have this, you motivate them to accomplish something, they will start working on that direction. So if you can provide them a reason or a cause, that works. That's why leaders are like they are visionaries, and they have a vision for them, and the followers start working on it, or the supporters or the workers. So here he has given like significance builds teamwork. So teamwork is vision, that is see it as a team. So this leader creates that. Like first he makes it make a team. Unity, stick like glue as a team. Friendships, live as a team, support as a team. The purpose, aim as a team, one aim for the team. Celebration, win as a team. Openness, communicate as a team. Empathy, feel as a team. You have empathy for others and for your co-workers. Productivity, be effective as a team. Encouragement, act as a team. So here it's like when he creates a team, this is the values that actually the leader instills there. And he's telling that you cannot be competitive like you're in your environment, work environment. If the leader and supporters or followers start competing with each other, that will be very difficult to achieve the common goal. It's like you cannot be rivals when you are together making a music. You have to put all your concentration into opening your heart to the music. It's not like who is playing which band, but the music has to be the effective one. So principles, that's what he said, that we have to develop that trust. The followers should trust the leader, and each like co-workers should trust each other. And that is what the principles he has given, like you allow the diversity, give responsibility, praise people, praise the result, express trust, praise publicly, let them go. If you want to tell something, you tell it in privately, let them go, let them grow, let them learn. Allow expression of ideas. So that is what is very much required. So you allow the expression of ideas, set boundaries for responsibilities, share the glory. And so that's what as a leader, you need to keep doing those things. So it's what he's saying, that you need to, the followers and the supporters and the co-workers, they have to come out of that fear. The fear has to be the fear. It's like they are gifted and they are talented. They are good in their own work. So who is good at what, that leader has to identify, and then you act accordingly. You actually give them the work, or what exactly this person is good at. So this way you can understand, and instead of giving the work that actually they have a fear, or they are reluctant to do, maybe it will be good that you know that who is good at which work. So that is what, don't put them into fear, give them and grow them from good to great. So that's what the trust has to be there. That works as a emotional glue for leaders and followers. There is another point is saying believing in people. You believe your people, whatever they're telling is correct actually. How it happens? Open communication, sharing weakness and strengths, creating accountability through relationships, and being open. So these are the things that actually leaders should be. And you should aiming that to make more leaders, make more big people, and encourage people to keep doing that. A leader needs to know the desires and dream of people. If you don't know this, it's very difficult to drive them to work something or work for a common cause. You need to know that why they are actually here, the desires and dream of people. You need to support them, like maybe a peer support, resource support, emotional support. So they all need this. That's what the leaders work. Ask people to start initiate, things. So there is some initiative, there are boundaries. So it's not like you only lead them, you can actually develop more leaders and they start taking initiatives. So that's what he is saying. Instead of followers, you create more leaders. That's what is called the share leadership. So people work for a common goal and there are ownership of the work. So that is what, and encouraging the initiatives and ownership. Tell them it's their job. It's like kind of their job that they have to fulfill. That's all. Show them what is theirs, means it is like owning. Let them own it. So this is your job. It's like you own it. Encourage their inputs into the vision. My vision is like his vision also. So accordingly, you encourage them to input their vision. Develop that us mentality or we mentality and celebrate victories with them. That's what he's saying. And that concluding it, the first chapter saying that example is not the main thing in influencing others. It's only thing. So what you have to do is change your leadership style to create a leadership theme. In that, you must be an example of the leadership style you require from people. So what you want from people, you need to show that. So you work like you act, you be the example of them for them. So that is how you'll be a leader, and people also become leaders by following you, by working with you, by supporting you. So that way we create more leaders. Thank you so much.
Excellent, Saubhagya. I think it was really awesome cover up by you. So I really impressed. I think what you're talking about, like what is my understanding, what you talked about, like leader is not born, means leader are not born lead, means they can be created, right? So
Yes.
what you have to do, you have to create, you have to lead by example, and you have to not create only followers, you have to create leaders. What you talked about, the share leadership, right?
Yes.
So that is more important point. What is my understanding? Second, you have to have a trust. This trust factor is very much important in every aspect, either in your relationship or whatever you do in your day-to-day life as well. So trust is also important, and you have to believe in your team. If you are not believing, they are not going to excel, and they are not, and you have to give space as well to them.
Yes.
If you are not giving space, you're simply doing micromanagement and all those things, because I have seen all those things at my level also. I'm also getting micromanaged sometimes, and I am feeling really unhappy there. So I understand, like leadership is means we have to
It's
have
a
more
common
leaders.
goal. Yes. Yes.
Common goal, correct.
And
Common goal, or
we have leaders here also. Like all are like speakers, leaders, and everyone is like owning this. We are not. Somebody is not owning this. Our club or our meetup. So we all are leaders. So we need to create that. Like the person you are adding, you become a leader. Today Achilles or tomorrow
Bhaskar also
Bhaskar.
joined now.
Bhaskar, yes,
Bhaskar
Bhaskar
also.
has joined. So
Okay.
I would like them to see like they will be leaders
Yeah,
also.
we can take their introduction in the last, and might be they can
We'll
come
do
with
that.
the
Yes,
further
yes,
topics in next week,
sure.
and
Yeah,
we'll try
you
to
can please
increase
go
our
ahead.
book
Yeah,
club.
you can go ahead with your topic.
Okay, thank you. So let me
So
quickly.
Avnish, I will just
Yeah,
add one
please.
point on the Saubhagya. So
Yeah, please.
Saubhagya, I like your own statement that leaders is not who creates followers or supporter. Leaders is who creates a leader, the potential in someone to find out and make a leaders to others. So I
Yes.
like that statement, and I would like to add one point. So for become a leader, it's not required you have a supporter or followers. You should be a leader of yourself, then only you can lead others, and automatically the people will start supporting you based on your the style, the work, the motivation you give to others. So you will become a leader automatically based on your work or the dedication or the behavior you do with the others. Thank you.
So true. Yeah, true, true. We agree on it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah. Avnish,
Okay, okay.
please.
So again, let me start with my topic, conflict management. I want to share my screen because I have some PPT. So let me know if I am able to do that or not.
Sure. You can divide this one
Right?
actually part one, part two. So how
Yeah,
much you
yeah.
can cover
I
in
can
five
do
to
that
7 minutes,
way.
you do that. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm not able to share. I don't know host, disable participants, screen sharing. Something is coming
You
to me.
can do that. Everyone is allowed, I think.
Okay, I'm trying that only. but I'm getting the same reply. Post disable. Can you check for that? Might be you have to enable something for me.
Let me check.
Because there is not much content, but whatever I am going to present, I might be it will helpful.
Try now. Yeah.
Okay, let me see again. Let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah. Please go ahead.
It is okay. Now you can see. Hello.
Yes, Avnish. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So guys, good evening to all of you, and I'm going to start a very important topic. It's very concentrated one, like conflict management. Basically, we know in our day-to-day life, either you work in office, either you be at home, or either you talk with your friends, either we talk with your parents, anywhere you find some debate, it will turn into the conflict. Why it is happening? What is the reason? For me, the main reason is communication gap. We are not able to communicate in a way where people can understand you. So I just want to cover up that topic. So let me just change the slides. I'm not going to agenda. This is for the office thing. So I'll just start with here. So what is conflict for everyone? So like conflict is a situation, is an inevitable situation where two parties come together, but there was some differences. So due to that, the conflict happens. It can be disagreement, it can be struggle, it can be some fight, it can be something is not mapping up with the other person. And conflict can happen not with the two person, it can happen to two groups, it can happen to two departments, it can happen to two companies, it can happen to anyone, it can happen to husband and wife, it can happen to father and son, it can happen to shopkeeper and customer. So conflict is everywhere, but our understanding is like conflict is always negative, but it can be positive also. We make it constructive. So I'll come to that point. So I'll just change my slide. So I've just talked about like conflict between parties. So it can be like executive and manager, it can be worker and employer, it can be team to team, two groups, husband and wife, father and son. So those can be the reason. It can happen to anyone. Even in if you play cricket, in sports also you see conflicts are happening. Somewhere when bowler is bowling and he's not when he was beaten badly, then he gets frustrated and he starts saying something. That conflict also starts there. So just a simple example. So why conflict generally happens? So these are the major reasons which I found for due to which conflict happens. So mainly I understand poor communication. When we are communicating to someone and we are not in a stage to communicate in a way where they can understand what you are referring to, then are you able to see my screen? So again?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So due to that, the communication is not proper, communication is not understood to other person, then this conflict can happen. Sometimes we have expectations, right? We have expectation, no, my son will do that, my son will bring in 90%, or he will win the cricket match and something like that. So those expectations are there. When it is not going to fulfill, then the conflict happens. We have fear, we have attachment, we have stress, we have some trauma, some past experience. So those are also coming into the conflict. So like here, I have just jotted down some of the points from the book, like causes of conflicts. Misunderstanding. This is really a very profound word. We just take it as a misunderstanding. What happens? Suppose you want to convey some message to some person, and the person is taking that thing in a different way. What you want to communicate is not understanding in that way. That because your communication is not proper and you're not able to give the proper message to that person, then this misunderstanding happens. Personality clashes. Why these personality clashes happens? I'll tell you frankly. Now we are 6 or 7 people in the forum, but still we have different personality. Somebody is aggressive, somebody is very calm, somebody is like very influencing, somebody is might be very detailed person, he wants some detailing. So there are different personalities there. When first of all, you have to understand yourself. That is more important, because you don't know what you are, what kind of personality you are. You are not going to convey, or you are not going to connect to the other person whom you are not trying to connect. So that is more important. So that's why these personality classes happen and conflict arises. Then coming to the, I'm skipping the third point, is this third and four are more similar, authority issues. So I give you some example from the corporate. It happens generally when you are sharing, suppose you are working in some program. I'm not talking the project management side, program management. And there can be multiple project managers in one program. What happened? That guy is also doing the same activity. Other guy is also doing the same activity. Sometimes this guy will think, the guy A will think, I have to do this. Why this guy is interfering? Then this conflict starts. So you have to have a very common, what is your understanding in the beginning of the project. This is my role. This is your role. You play your role. Otherwise, what will happen in between? The conflict arise, and then again it will go to the next level, and then they have to sort it out. So those needs to be very clarified at the time of the project beginning. Then there can be differences over methods and style. Some people want to work like, as I discussed when Saubhagya talked about. Some person want to micromanage things. Some person want to do the things in a different way. Some person give you the space. Okay, let them take. When the escalation comes, then only I'll come. But some person is micromanaging from the beginning, and that will really create a conflict there, because people will get in pressure, people will get an anxiety, and they will think, oh, this guy is monitoring me, this guy is monitoring me, and then that whatever the result should come, it is not going to come for sure. Similarly, like low performance, we know somebody in a project, somebody like you are a manager, and one of your team member is not perform up to the mark. You think, why this guy is not, because he has not delivered the thing. Then you are impacted. But you are not understanding what is his personal issues. Might be he's stuck somewhere, he's having some family issue, he's having some health issue, he's having something. You don't know that thing, and you are simply blaming him. So you should go into the root of the cause, why this guy has not performed. This guy is not like the first time he's not performed. Might be he has performed in the past, but now for some reason he's not performed this time. So you should go in the root of that cause, and then you find what is the real reason. But that is not happening. That's why conflict is happening. Similarly, we have a difference in the goal as well as values. Suppose we should be very, as Saubhagya talked about in his talk, like we should have a common agenda or common goal to be set in the beginning. Otherwise, what will happen? I go one way and other guy will go one way. Then the conflict arises. So guys, I'll conclude with this slide, and then we'll take in the next session. But let me finish this slide again. Okay. So there are types of conflict. As I talked in the beginning, we have conflict is not always negative. It can be positive also. When we are working for a common goal, for an organization, for a group, for a company, then that should be constructive. Okay. When we have more discussion in a meeting, we put more information, we put more ideas, and we are adding up ideas, adding up information for the sake of the companies, for the sake of the project, for the sake of the common goal, then that helps, and that is a constructive in me. Then similarly, we have to encourage innovate thinking. Means you should think out of the box. It's not like only that you should work like a horse going straight forward. You should be working out of the box, because this time the world is changing like anything, even any world. You can take IT world, manufacturing world. So you should start thinking out of the box, and you should be like going to add some. You should add some value to your team or your group or your organization. Similarly, you have to reduce the stagnation. Suppose you're stuck somewhere and you want to move on. Then you have to take the help of your team, or you have to take the help of your mentor. Then only you can move on. Otherwise, you'll stuck, and that should not be happen. That's why you have to be very much reachable to your mentor or the person who is guiding you. Similarly, we have the negative. I'm talking about the dysfunctional. There are some people who blocks an organizational progress. So we have to find those guys, and we have to just try to make them aware. Or it's not like you have to just eradicate that person, or you have to remove that person. You have to have a discussion why this guy is doing that way. Being a manager, I'm not talking about a manager. Being a leader, you have a different views, and then you have to talk to that person why he's doing this way, that way, which is hampering their company goal, organization goal. So you have to very much in a sync with that guy. Similarly, that person can reduce information. He's not adding any values, but he's reducing information. So, and there must be some decision which is not up to the mark, and it will impact the overall organization goal. Similarly, the trust is also reducing here, because that guy is not helping to grow the organizational, organizational value, organizational goal. So that trust is also going down. And how you're going to do that in an effective way, that you have to do. And that I'll talk about way to manage conflicts. And not this time, might be next time I can take it up. But I can end with one thing, like I can give you one narrative story, very simple story.
We can do this next time because this we are actually closing this. Avnish,
Okay,
yeah. So can we have a quick introduction? It was really insightful and lovely, and we will continue this. So we can have Achilles, please introduce quickly, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Please.
Yes, thanks, Avinash.
No,
we have 40 minutes of that thing is there. That's the reason, nothing else.
Yeah, hi Saubhagya and everyone. This is Akhilesh, and basically from last 10 years I am in staying in Bangalore and working as a IT consultant. So I started my career with IBM and currently working with a startup called Cherry Road. So I am a lead consultant and working on the cloud system. Apart from the work, I love to moving, exploring some other place, and spending time with the family. This is what from my end.
Great.
Thanks,
Achilles, and thanks Avnish for adding and introducing Achilles. So Bhaskar, can we have a quick introduction?
Yep. Hi all. Very good evening. And thanks Avnish for adding me in this particular great forum where I can really understand something regarding the leadership and the very well explained topic conflict management as well. And thank you Saubhagya to have some great direction regarding the leadership and all those things. And coming to my side, I am in the IT industry from last 10 years, and I'm predominantly working from the technology like Java, Spring Boot, microservices, and in various domains like healthcare domain, banking domain, and so on. And apart from my this day-to-day professional life, I love to enjoy badminton, cricket, and spending time with family as well. So actually, we all are living in the same society, so we had good bonding well together as well. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay, great. So Avnish and Bhaskar and Achilles all in same society, same apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. You want to tell something, Avnish? So,
no,
welcome
it's
both of
fine.
you, and we are really happy to find you joining here. And then I think you start talking also. What do you want from
Yep.
your book or something interesting?
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes, Avnish, you want to tell something? Yeah.
No, fine, Saubhagya. I think that is okay. I think Rakesh, we are missing here.
Yeah, I think Rakesh is not here. So thank you so much, guys. And this was really a tremendous session, and we have learned so many things from parenting, conflict management, leadership, and plus we have 2 new members got introduced. And yes, so let's give a clap for all of us, and then we will meet up next time. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great weekend. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
same
Thank
to
you. Bye bye everyone.